Hello everybody, welcome to this Betafi review video. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Betafi, and as usual, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will also be leaving a discounted link in the description of this video so that you can always get your money's worth for Betafi. So Betafi is essentially a website where you're able to conduct user interviews in order to get feedback on, your websites, apps, stuff like that, in a really seamless way, and you're able to, validate ideas and stuff like that. So this is the homepage that we're greeted with, where on the very first page we have a bit of an introduction video that we can watch about what Betafi really is, and that's simply on YouTube. You also have the option to start a user interview session or start a usability testing session. At the top right we have the option to create and upload. We also have a help and a support tab on the right hand side. Then on the left we have our homepage, our projects page, our sessions page, our feedback page, and then our account at the bottom left as well. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into all of these options. If we hit start a user interview session, what we're able to do is basically start a little interview with people that you can then choose to start now, schedule for later, or upload a recording. So if we selected start now, for instance, these all have basically the same inputs apart from uploading a recording, but what you're able to do is heading back to the add button very quickly and then going to edit. What we then have is we have our script. So I've gone ahead and created this one here. Now if we click on this user interview template, we have our sessions, clips, notes, and setup. So for example, we wanted a session. If I hit start one now, we're brought up with the same thing, and we're basically able to put in the name of the participant. So we'll put, say, James, for instance. The session name is optional, the moderator, and then the language for communication. So then you can hit create, and then you have a participant link and an observer link that you can share with the person who you're going to be interviewing, and then the observers for people who want to join in, and then you can hit join as moderator. And what this will do is it will essentially open up a separate interview chat room that you can do. So you would have to use either Chrome, Safari, or Firefox. The one that I'm using is not supported, but all this would allow you to do is then obviously take you into a page where you can interview said person. Once you've done it, the session will appear here. You have James, the date, and then the time of which it will be going on for. So it's a half-an-hour interview slot. Then you're able to create clips from the interview or session, where once you've been able to create that in the actual video, you're able to then have all of these in one place, so that if there's a particular answer to a question that you really liked, this is where you would put it. You and all the other people that will be observing are able to put notes down as well. These would simply go in the notes page here, and then also the setup allows you to have the interview script. So you'd have the icebreaker question, the workflow, background, customer segment, all the different areas that you would want to, interview the person about, and things that you'd want to figure out about said person. Then you also have some tags for the actual process. You have feature idea, problem, process, and delight, and any additional details, so welcome instructions and a completion message once they've completed it. And then you can obviously delete the project by hitting delete at the bottom, and that is basically what a user interview would look like. So now if we go for usability testing, as you can see, this is recommended for testing prototypes or live websites when you need analytics. So if we hit this, and then it brings us here, we'll select Opulent as the name again, simply, and then we'll go to next, and then this will bring up our usability test options. So we have prototypes, scenarios and tasks, tags, team, and additional details. So under prototypes is where you can put your prototype link, and on the right it tells you what it is. So you can bring in your public Figma or Adobe XD prototype links and share them with the participant during the call, and you can also use a live website if you did want to. So you put the URL in here, and then that would simply then tag add prototype, and you can have quite a number. You can basically just keep on adding as many prototype links as you wanted for your usability test. Under scenarios and tasks, you're able to, as you can see, you can add these to structure the usability session for the participant. So it will basically, have some certain scenarios, have some certain tasks, and it will basically allow you to have a little look at how they answer them in terms of completion rate, time taken, how many clicks for a given task are automatically captured. So if we go for example scenario and example task, we're able to define these prompts to share during the live session. So instead of just having a prompt pop up, you're able to define these prompts so that they can fill them in, and it get a really, more in-depth idea about how they use it, and a bit more analytics and a bit more feedback and stuff like that. Then you have your instant tags. As you can see, this allows you to set key themes for the project. So whatever your project is based on, you're able to select tags so that it gets a much more personalized experience experience. And you can obviously, as you can see, you can mark specific insights with a single click. For example, hashtag pain point, hashtag feedback, or hashtag bug. So different things that people have said, maybe an answer in the usability test, you're able to put instant tags that people can assign to certain issues, so that instead of having to fiddle around for what's what, you can categorize anything that you get, and it's a really efficient way. So you would simply add a new tag, and you can put whatever the tag is. So we'll just put bug, as they said. You're able to assign a color to that, and as you can see, you then have notes to do with a bug thing. You can even have questions assigned to a certain thing, so questions that have the tag applied to it. You're also able to add team members to your project, so if you did want people to be able to have an input into what you're doing, you would simply add team members into it by hitting this, and you can add members by putting their email address, see their status, and see their permission level as well. And then finally, at the end, you have additional details where you're able to have a post-session survey link, which people can complete about the survey if they did want to. So any feedback that they have about the process that they just underwent, they're able to put onto this survey, but it's completely optional. You can also, define your welcome instructions here if there's anything that you want them to do or have before the session starts. And then the ending message, so thank you for the valuable feedback, and we would love to hear feedback from you again soon. So you don't have to do any of these, but it is definitely an option if you do want to. And then when you're done, you would hit save and exit. Now under the projects tab, this is where you can basically view all the different projects of the user interviews or the usability templates all in one place. You're simply able to hit the three dots and hit edit or duplicate, but a really nice seamless feature in order to use all of your things in one place and know where they all are. Sessions is where you can view all of these that you've created. As you can see, we have an upcoming session with James at this time here, and you can see any that have obviously completed with a screen recording. You can do that if you wish. And then you have the recently completed area where you're able to see any sessions that have been and gone, watch back anything, view information about them. But obviously you won't be able to join them because they're already finished. And then finally, under the feedback tab, we have the option for looking at, a few posts that people have made, upvote, downvote, things that you might want to do, and you can create your own post with feedback in relation to the software. If there's anything that you think that they should add, you're able to do that as well. And very, very quickly at the top left here, you're able to switch your workspace. So you're able to add different workspaces for different companies or different, sections. So if you hit add new workspace, you're simply able to create a brand new one. And these are the prompts that will come up when you first create your account and create your first workspace. But you're able to have numerous, so that you're not limited to one and not limited to, just one particular company or one particular act. But that is more or less it for Betafi. So what do I think about Betafi? And in all honesty, I think that it's an absolutely incredible piece of software. I mean, the way that it works is so seamless, and people who want to get feedback on stuff that they've created or, have interviews with people and stuff like that, it's an absolutely great way to have all of your colleagues, all of your team members all in one place in order to look at, what people have done, stuff like that. And the fact that you have all your projects in one place, you can create sessions live and have the built-in live chat function, and also view all the feedback, as well as even giving the website itself feedback, is a really excellent addition. I like the fact that you can have numerous workspaces as well, because always having one thing limited is always quite strenuous and quite tough, but the fact that they allow you to have numerous ones is a really great addition, and I have to commend them for that. But I would definitely recommend Betafi to anyone looking for a feedback website or a usability template finder to really test out your website and test what you've created, so that you can see whether it's ready to be published to the public. But thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.